Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone's doing good. We're gonna make this what do we say? 40-minute show. 40 minutes today, part two of the make along, and then I'm out of here. All right. Well, we'll start out with what's in my cup because I told Deb what it is. So go ahead and try and win a spot on the bracket board. We'll start out with that, and we'll get our good mornings out of the way. And it's also Daytona 500 day, and I'm going to probably miss a bunch of it. There are TVs where I will be, but I'm not going to be in front of it, so it's not like I can see everything when it happens, right? I'm going to have to wait for the crowd to make a noise and run out and watch the replay. It's not going to be fair. But, oh well. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep, I forgot to turn the fan on again. I'm going to do that real quick. Turn this fan on. As soon as you get in here and shut the door, it's like, woof, hot lights. Okay. So we're working on an Outlander cowl. And the first thing I'm going to do while you guys are guessing the coffee is I'm going to do a wheel spin. Anyone that has posted their start, I believe the 8 8 is better than nobody, right? More than 8 this if you're not aware, bracket game is set up. I will, if you are the winner and you're already on there, you can pull something out of this basket. So we'll go ahead and do that, get that draw done, because if we have a bracket spin, I'm going to have to use the wheel. So I don't want to have to put them back in. All right. So Ravini is the winner today for random draw from the make along. So congratulations, Ravini. Now I'm going to go ahead and backspace everyone out of there. So that way, if I have another draw. Now, Ravini, are you on the board? I don't think so. Yeah. Let me see. No, she's not. All right. Well, we have a choice 1 through 3, 5 through 7, 10 through 12, 14 through 16, 18, 20, 21, 25, 28, and 29. They're all available for you if you want one of those. $14, she says. All right. That does generate a roll off. It is with Linda. Linda is one of the moderators here. So I'm going to go ahead and put Linda and Ravini into the wheel. Now, if one of them is knocked out, then they will be able to play and get back in. So we will go ahead and spin that right now and get that spin out of the way. You're not going to spin very fast today, huh? Well, it did a minute ago. All right, who is it? It is Ravini. Ravini has knocked out Miss Linda. So we will let Linda get back in now. She will have another more chances to get back in. Seems like my allergies are starting back up again. All right. If everybody is ready, Deb will let me know if someone wins the coffee. And we'll also reveal that. This is good stuff. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we are working on part 2. Now, I picked 3 colors of my Outlander Club hand-dyed yarn subscription. And so on part 2, we're going to cut color 1, which was, like I remember. Color 1 was Fraser's Ridge. Color 2 is Crag Nadoon. So here is color 2. And we are using a J hook. If you're using one skein of yarn that changes color by itself, that's fine. You won't be cutting your yarn. If you're using 4 colors, then you will just repeat the pattern as I give it. If you're using 3 colors, then you'll be following me exactly. So my second color is now going to be started. Your first section was, 10 rows, I think it was? Yes, it was 10 rows, and it was double crochets in the round. We're working in a tube. And so your 10 rows is just like that. I'm not showing what the pattern is yet because I did the first 3 rows just so that I could not be stumped on today's live, because otherwise we would have been here longer than 40 minutes. So no winner on that coffee yet, Deb? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. So I'm going to give out row number 1. First of all, there are 3 rows. So this section, part 2, is 3 rows. Repeat those 3 rows 4 times. So the first 3 rows I'm going to give you, you will continue on and do them again 3 more times. And then you'll do the first and second row 1 more time. So I'll repeat that again later. But, so we're going to do 3 rows. We're going to do them 3 more times. And then we're going to do the first 2 rows of that once. All right. So what we're going to do is join in our new color right in the spot where you chained or slip stitched to the top of the chain 3. Right there, you're going to start your new color in your top of your chain 3 from row 10. And you're going to chain 3. And then you're going to double crochet in the very next stitch. At that point, we are going to start our flower pattern. You will chain 2. And then we are going to do a puff stitch into the second chain from the hook. And how we're doing it is we're going to, how do I want to say this? Yarn over, draw up a loop in the second chain from the hook 4 times. So yarn over, drop a loop, yarn over, drop a loop, yarn over, drop a loop 4 times. Now at that point you should have 9 loops on your hook. Yarn over and draw through all but the last one. Yarn over and then draw through 2. That will be your puff stitch. It will be standing up off of your work. I'm going to go over that one more time. We are starting on part 2 at the point where you ended rows 1 through 10. You will start your new color in the top of the chain 3, and you will chain 3. Then you will double crochet in the very next stitch. Then you will chain 2 and do a puff stitch into the second chain from your hook. Draw up a loop, yarn over, drop a loop 4 times. That'll leave you 9 loops on your hook. Yarn over, draw through all but the last one. Then yarn over again and draw through the last 2. That will leave you a puff stitch. You'll be up off of your work. At that point, you'll yarn over, skip 1 stitch, and we're going to crochet, double crochet actually, 3 together. So at that point, you will yarn over, skip 1, insert your hook into the first stitch, yarn over, drop a loop, yarn over and draw through 2. Yarn over again, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over and draw through, yarn over and draw through 2. Yarn over the third time into the third stitch, yarn over, draw through a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, and then yarn over and draw through all 4. That is your normal double crochet 3 together. And then you're going to chain 1. Actually, you're going to chain 2. I want to make sure I told you right. Let me read it again. No, you're not going to chain anything. You're just going to chain 2 and do a puff stitch again. So that's all there is to row number 1. I'm going to go over it. It's just a repeat. Has anybody won the coffee yet? Now, I'm not going to be able to put these directions into the make-along until later. And it's just, like I said, 3-row repeat. It is the first row is the beginning of your flower. The second row is the ending of your flower. The third row is the ending of that section, and it's just a 3-row repeat. So this is the hardest part, and it is not hard. So if everyone is actually following, I will start it right from the beginning, and I'm going to give every single direction now. So on row number 11, you will start right where your chain 3 is. You will chain 3. You will double crochet in the next stitch. You will chain 2. You will do a puff stitch in the second chain from the hook by wrap around, yarn over. Enter into that second chain drop a loop, do that 4 times. Now you have 9 loops on your hook. Yarn over, draw through all the loops except for the last one. Yarn over, draw through the 2. Then you will skip 1 and double crochet the next 3 together. So yarn over, draw, what am I trying to say? Yarn over, draw through a loop for the first stitch. Yarn over, draw through 2. Yarn over, and draw through the second stitch. Do that twice more, and then yarn over and draw through all 4, and you have like a little V upside down. And then we'll just continue that. So you will do a puff, you'll chain 2, do another puff stitch. Don't make your chains too tight because you need to get in there and do the puff stitch 4 times into that chain. But oh, how cool this is once you see it. I'm going to winner. It's an awful lot of internet lately. Last week I saw it. It was active. And now it's acting stupid. It skipped 1 between the puff stitch and your triple together. Yeah, like they're calling it double crochet 3 together. So you do skip 1 double crochet in between the puff stitch. Yes, I know. It's going in and out. Yep. Nothing we can do about it. We'll just let it go. They don't want to give you a full internet here. How you doing, Jill? Okay, I'm gonna quick pick this up and see if you can see. That's exactly what you're gonna have. You're gonna have the first 2 doubles, your puff stitch, 3 together, and a puff stitch. I'm going to ask Deb to go ahead and mark the chat for a spot on the bracket board. If you're already on the bracket board, you can pull something out of the basket. We'll do that now. And if someone does win the coffee, then we'll give them that too. This puff stitch row is not all that hard. It's just hard to, I guess, explain. I'm thinking maybe I should do it on like a video, but if there's only 8 people or whatever doing it, those 8 people will probably let me know if they got it or not. But it is chain 3, double crochet in the next stitch, skip 1 double crochet, chain 2, do a puff stitch in the second chain from the hook, then double crochet 3 together, so you're only going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches in each repeat. $18 entries in there, huh? I think that there has been someone close on the coffee, yeah. I think that someone has been close. Hi, Steph. She wants to give it, Deb wants to give it to Steve because he was pretty darn close. So what the coffee is chocolate fudge, I believe. Is that what it was, Deb? Yeah, I took a picture of it earlier and sent it to Deb. So all I have to do is open up it is chocolate fudge brownie coffee with peppermint mocha creamer. So Deb says that Steve is very close. He said chocolate. So she's going to give it to him. Steve, do you have a spot yet? Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. It is really good. It really is good. We're going to play it forward to Stephanie. So, Stephanie, you are the lucky one. You get a spot on the bracket board for the coffee. So, give me a number. Do you know what you want, or do you want me to read them off? What did I do with the pen? Oh, here it is. Oh, okay. All right. So, we've got 2 things to do. We have a winner on the bracket game, which is Latoya. Congratulations. She's going to pick something out of the basket. And Stephanie is going to give me a number on the bracket board. So we'll do that first. And then you continue on with your puff stitches and your double crochet in 3 together with a skip in between all the way around. When you get to the last 2, you will chain 2, do a puff stitch, and then you will skip 1 and you will double crochet into the very next stitch, which will leave you 3 doubles, slip stitch into the first one that you made, to have one stitch there and end that round. All right, so what are we doing, Deb? Or Stephanie? Stephanie, okay, you've got a choice. 1 through 3, 5 through 7, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 18, 20, 21, 25, 28, and 29. Let's see if she answered me. Stephanie. Nice to see you, Jill. She said 3. Okay. All right. We'll put it up. Sorry, I missed it. Not easy. All right. That is a roll off between Stephanie and Charlene. So we'll have to do that now. Yep. Okay, so we will put in Steph and Charlene T and do a roll off for that. Bam. Like to buy vowels, Steve says. Yep. See who lasted that long. Okay, it is Stephanie. Stephanie, you stayed. All right. I'll move Stephanie's name on. And then we will go to Latoya. Latoya! Thank you, Jill. Thank you so much. I appreciate the help very much. Okay, Latoya wants something out of the basket. So we will tip that forward. Everything is wrapped. We have some bags that go this way. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6. And then we have that really cool project bag that we got from this month's Yarnable. And then we have our holder still, what we can put hooks in. So give me a number out of there, Latoya. Way to go, Steph. Okay, Latoya, give me a number. 1 through 6. She can't see what's purple, so she's like, I don't know. Number 6. Okay. Number 6 is over here in the corner. Pull that out. All right. Am I opening it? Or am I putting it in the mail and shooting it to you? You want to be surprised? Yes, I have those snowman bags left. Surprise you. Okay, wonderful. If you do win something on the show, all you have to remember is to shoot me a message. Tell me what the name is, what your name is, if it's different from your regular name on YouTube. and what you want and when you want it. Because sometimes you win hats, more hats. Sometimes you win a random draw from a make-along. Sometimes you win let's make a yarn deal, which we will do today before we leave. So don't go away. Row number 2, I'm going to jump right in here, and we're going to talk about row number 2. At the point where you come around, you should have, let me count them. Should have 18 puff stitches. And 18 decrease or double crochets 3 together. So 18 of each. At the end of that row, you will again chain 3. You will double crochet into the base of the chain 3, and you will skip the next puff stitch. You won't do anything. You will chain 1, and you will do 3 double crochets into the top of your double crochet together from the row before. Only have 12 what? You don't have 18 puff stitches. You have 72 stitches on your row. I'm thinking that you skipped too many. I don't know. Puffs, yeah. So did you do 72 stitches to begin with? The internet is just got to be a pain today. It was last week too. Not quite sure what's up with that. It's like we pay the bill. I'm sure you had 72. I want to spend that skipping one in between. Yes, 72. Okay, well, I have 18. Your puff stitch is up in the air. It is not down on your 72. So when you chain 2, you're going to do your puff stitch into the chain 2, into the first chain or the second chain of the chain 2. It is not using the body of stitch work. So when you skip 1 for that puff stitch underneath, you will double crochet 3 together next. So you're on the first 5, let's see, 1, 2. The first 2 stitches are the beginning of your first triples together, and you're only going to use 5 stitches total. So I'm guessing you have to do this row over, and I cannot stay with you. But I will do is later on today, tomorrow morning, something like that. I will put this part 2 into the actual post, and you can read it for yourself. But I don't want to stop because I can't. I have to give row 3, and I cannot help you get over whatever you did. I can't see it, but I will. I definitely will, and I don't want to take the time now to do that. But row 2, we will. Okay, where was I? All right, so you're gonna chain 3 to start, just like you did before. Double crochet into the base of the chain 3. Skip the puff stitch. Chain 1 and put 3 doubles into the top of your double crochet 3 together from the previous round. Yeah, we're making a cowl. This is part 2 of it. Part 1 was last week. You'll chain 1 again and repeat that. So all we're doing is we are skipping a puff stitch, chain 1, do 3 doubles into the top of the double crochet together from the previous round and chain 1. Skip the puff stitch, chain 1. Yep, so that's all we're doing is 3 doubles into the top of your double crochet, chain 1, 3 doubles, chain 1, 3 doubles. That's all we're doing. That's all you're going to do on this round. So if you have 72, then somewhere you skipped too many. Just pull that back and do that again, Frida. Yeah, J-hook. Same as last week. It's just part 2. So what it'll do is it will be a puff stitch row, and then finishing your flower, all you're going to do is chain 3, double crochet in the base of the chain 3, chain 1, skip the puff stitch and put 3 doubles into the top of your chain 3, your double crochet chain, your double crochet 2 to 3 together from the previous row. Chain 1, 3 doubles in the top of that puff, of that. It's not a puff. Does everybody get that? It's the easy row. I'm going to say it one more time. Chain 3, double crochet into the base of your chain 3. Chain 1, do 3 doubles into the top of your double crochet 3 together from the previous row. Chain 1, do 3 again, chain 1, do 3 again, all the way around, and you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Should have 18 chain 3 groupings when you finish. And that is the end of row 2. Great, thank you. Wonderful. Okay, at the end of row 2, you will make 1 double at the base of your chain 3 to finish that last one, and slip stitch into your first chain 3 at the top of your chain 3 and end row 2. Deb will mark the chat now for let's make a yarn deal. We'll do that. Then I will give out row 3, and then I have to leave. Yep. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. Mark the chat, Deb. I've already stayed almost too long. But I really appreciate you guys being here. All right, so what you're going to do now is you're going to put in your favorite weight of yarn and favorite color of yarn in between the marks. You do have to have a United States address to play. At the end of the moments when Deb she puts the clock on and watches, she will pull a winner. I will find something that matches your comments, Thanks, Jill. There is a post for this make along, and you can find part 1 in our Facebook group. The featured make alongs are in the feature post. So you go to the group, hit the feature, find the Outlander make along for the cowl, and you'll find part 1 right there. And then part 2 shall be there shortly. I just can't do it today. So I will do it when I get a minute. And then maybe later on today, I will post that part 2. And the yarns that I'm using are kind of a gradient. So I have 3 yarns, and they're green into gold, and they kind of all blend together. So it's going to be kind of cool. Deb marked the chat, so she should not be long in finding me a winner. Hopefully I can find the yarn rather quickly, and then we will go on to row 3. Now row 3 is very easy. Row 3 will finish up your repeat so that everything blends together and will show your flower. And I kind of like it. I really do. I think it's perfect for Outlander. So I'll do that in just a moment. And then what you're going to do is you're going to repeat those 3 rows 4 times. So you'll have a total of 22 rows at that point. Then you'll repeat row 1 and row 2 of part 2 one more time, so you have a total of 24 rows to finish up this week's part. And it is in color number 2. So I'll give you row 3 in just a minute. I'm going to go find some yarn for somebody. Mine is DK, so it's 3 or 4 weight. You can use 3 or 4 weight. But mine is a hand-dyed Outlander club yarn. Yeah, I like the idea of using up my Outlander club yarn for something. As soon as Deb gives me a winner here. There was a required amount of 4 skeins of 4 colors in the pattern that I picked. However, I decided I was only using 3. And Linda is the winner. Oh my goodness. All right. She wants a number 3 in a solid any color. Okay. Linda, give me 2 seconds here. It is suggested for 360 yards. I don't believe you will use that much of each color. I'm only going to have 280 of each color. So wherever that ends up. We're going to go find some yarn for Linda. She wants any color solid in a 3. Here we go. Woo! Knock something over. All right, let me see here. Solid color. I cannot believe it. Cannot believe that somebody asked for a solid. Oh. I'm looking for something. Oh. Wow. Number 3. everything that comes in front of your view ends up being um, variegated today when you're looking for a salad, right? That's the way it is. That is the way it is. All right, let me see here. What do we got? Boy, oh boy. Everything is not solid. That one Snuggly Wuggly is, though. And I know she's going to say, oh, you picked that just because